Happy game day morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. All right, so, I am not in Dallas. Sadly, I'm not in Dallas. I actually live on the East Coast. And, this year we have basically three, we got COVID we're dealing with, okay? Today we've got three teams that actually have a crowd. The Cowboys will have 20,000 fans that are there. I think Miami's having like 6,000 fans, and I think the Colts are having like 6,000, something like that. So there's only three teams that are able to have fans in the stands, and one of the fans for the Colts has been to every home Colt game since they moved to Indianapolis, and they want to make sure that her streak did not break. So shout out to you. That is a true diehard fan right there, and the NFL thanks you because you spent a lot of money on tickets. But anyway, be that as it may, COVID has screwed up the season and sports and everything else like that. You think about how many fans right now would be tailgating in Dallas getting ready for the game. Hell, last year we were tailgating week 2 in DC for the Cowboys versus the Washington football team. And we had I'll say we had about 400 fans. I want to say we had about that many people. I cooked 120 pounds of chicken wings. 120 pounds on site. I cooked 12 pulled pork shoulders. Okay, I did that. I had 25 pounds of shrimp. And that food went. That was us tailgating, and we were all there. So we know that's 400 fans that were there buying. Well, not all bought tickets. Some stayed in the parking lot. But that's fans that were there supporting, wearing their NFL gear and everything else, right? So right now we're looking at only 32,000 fans. Now, if you think of 16 games, let's say 16, say that's 500,000 fans that won't be able to go to the game. And when you think about the bars and the pubs and things like that, you've got reduced capacity. So all these fans that can't go to the game and tailgate and be and everything else, you don't have capacity in the bars and the restaurants for people to go in, sit down like they normally do, right? Then why is it here on the East Coast where the Cowboys take on the Falcons, the Eagles take on the Rams, which that's a huge game. That's just like us. That's a do or die game for the Eagles. And then the Giants take on the Bears. I think it's the Bears. That you got 3 1 o'clock NFC East games. And Fox does not have a 1 o'clock game. It makes no sense to me why you're not trying to put on as many games as possible. See, what usually happens is, because it's the Washington territory, the Washington football team is always on regardless. And, of course, the Baltimore game is always on. But usually if the Washington team is not at 1 o'clock, if they happen to have a Monday night game, which they'll lose, then, of course, you'll have another game, and usually it's the Dallas game. Now, I'm okay because I've got the package and stuff to watch it, but I'm just sitting here thinking, with all of the Cowboy fans that are out there, and even the Eagle fans that are out there and stuff, there are some Eagle fans that aren't in Philadelphia. Why is it that the Fox does not have some game on? This is asinine. If you're talking about growing your product, if you're talking about now that you can't have fans in the stands and trying to make up the revenue, wouldn't it make sense to have one of those games, especially on the East Coast, because you're dealing with the NFC East? It's ridiculous. The NFL needs to rethink this and rework that, because especially when you talk about Cowboy fans. My dad, the reason I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, is following in his footsteps as a little kid, sitting on the couch, listening to him cheer on the Dallas Cowboys. Before you say he's a bandwagon fan, he was a fan of the Cowboys before they ever won a Super Bowl. Okay? Let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. Before they won a Super Bowl, he was a Cowboy fan, and I became one because I wanted to be like my dad. So stop the bandwagon stuff. He calls me this morning. He's like, man, you mean the game's not on today? You know, he's got just regular basic cable. I'm like, nah, Dad, sorry, it's not. He's like, they don't have a 1 o'clock game on Fox. I said, well, you can watch my live stream. We'll be giving updates and stuff on the game. And he's like, how is it we got 1 o'clock game? People can't go to football games, and you got a garbage game. I think it's gonna be Baltimore Texans is what'll be on. Yeah. That's one of those ones that Fox should be looking and saying, "Oops." Hey, NFL, can we get an extra game? We'll toss a little something. We'll toss a little something in the hat because for you on getting that extra game since your fans can't go to the stands. Wow, that's just bonehead, but it is what it is. But you can tune into the Joe Boo Sports Report. We'll be giving you updates on the game and stuff and so on at our Sports Day Central. And in the meantime, I've got 2 hours and 19 minutes before kickoff, and I need to cook about 15 pounds of chicken wings and a big old pot of shrimp and grits. So, got my fresh baguettes to go in there. Nothing better. You get that juice and you start sucking it up with that bread with some butter on it. Oh my God! It's heaven. It's heaven. And it feels like football weather here. The high today is 63 degrees. We're going to be out on the deck. It's kind of chilly in the air, but that's okay because we got nice. If you've never had shrimp and grits, I hate to tell you, you're missing something. You're missing something, and well, maybe next year we'll be through all of this COVID, and I'll get some more of you fans actually over here to the man cave because it's so much fun being around people, and that's the thing that COVID has really just messed me up with is having to do the social distancing and stuff. All right, man. I'll see you guys in the kitchen. I'm going to do game day treats will be chicken wings. Show you how I make my chicken wings.